It's recent news. De La Hoya, I guess, him and Bob Arum and a couple guys, Eddie Hearn, have reached out to Errol Spence to, try to be his promoter, try to covet him. It's obvious that they may see some star potential in Errol Spence. Errol Spence has been doing great so far with his career, winning in impressive fashion, and these promoters are, they salivating over the fact that, they can possibly promote him. And in Boxing Scene article, I want to read what De La Hoya said word for word because I don't want to get misconstrued what he said, and I'm gonna respond to what I read in this article. I have this is De La Hoya response to Spence coming out and saying he doesn't need a promoter. I have a response to him, and to tell him that he's wrong, said De La Hoya on Wednesday afternoon. I strongly believe that a fighter needs a promoter to guide your career. You can have a manager, you can have an advisor. He thinks Showtime is promoting him, and that's not the case. You need a promoter to move you along and eventually become a pay-per-view fighter, which he will never be without a promoter. Case in point, was Oscar own legendary career, which was mapped out by Bob Arum and Top Rank, was developed him into a pay-per-view franchise. Exactly. And look, my case was totally different because I already had that worldwide platform when I won the gold medal, so it was easier to promote me, said De La Hoya, who captured the public imagination at the 1992 Summer Games in Barcelona, Spain. But you're right. If I do not have Bob Arum to guide my career, who knows where I would be? Who knows where I would be if I had a promoter advisor guiding my career? De La Hoya continued. See, a promoter promotes you. A promoter has a plan, a long-term plan to eventually make you a pay-per-view star. And look, there's a reason why there's one superstar in boxing, and that's so Canelo Alvarez. There's a reason why there's only one fighter in boxing that sells pay-per-views, and that's Canelo Alvarez. Therefore, we have that vehicle, we have that platform to showcase with the pay-per-view audience. He might be a great fighter, and I'm talking about many fighters out there, but there's a reason why you're only making a couple of $1 million and not making 10 to 15 to $20 million. Now, my response to De La Hoya is this. Okay, he made some good points. Yes, Bob Arum did take De La Hoya and make him a pay-per-view franchise, but also that was a different era. That was in the era where when you win a gold medal, I think De La Hoya was the last of that lineage. When you win a gold medal, the TV networks automatically salivate over you because you won a gold medal. And you get a big healthy time in a spotlight. Everybody, all the TV, the major TV, channels, they do promote you, and like the media, and the media will promote you because the media is what it helps make you a star. Along with you winning, you have to win. But a lot of guys that win don't become stars. He's right about that. But De La Hoya had the platform of winning that gold medal at that Barcelona games, which I did see. I happened to see that fight, him winning the gold medal. But he had that platform. Errol Spence did not win the gold medal. Errol Spence did not even medal. So y'all starting from a different position. And traditionally, yes, you needed a promoter to do what you had to do to navigate your career, to help you plan long term. But Mayweather broke the mold when he left Bob Arum, a guy that made stars like yourself, and Mayweather was able to make more money without Bob Arum. Because Bob Arum was trying to keep Mayweather on the back burner until your career was over. And Mayweather, being a man, being a king, that you should be a king in mind. You should walk like a king, and you should put yourself first like a king does. He put himself first, and he betted on himself. He went out there. Mayweather became the biggest money maker in boxing history. Despite what anybody think of him, he's the biggest box office in boxing history. So now Errol Spence and a lot of young fighters are trying to do the same thing. They're trying to cut out the promoter, and they're trying to keep all the money, most of the money to themselves, which I commend a fighter. I commend any man to go out there and bet on himself and work for himself instead of having a boss or whatever. He want to go out there. He wants to say, I'm my own boss. I'm going to guide my own career. If mistakes happen, they're going to be my mistakes, not a promoter's mistakes. And a promoter coming to you later and say, well, we couldn't get you this fight, or I'm sorry that fight fell through, or the money didn't come through. No, Errol Spence is saying, I'm going to be in charge of my money. I'm going to be in charge of my career. Which you have to commend him. And if he doesn't become a pay-per-view star, okay, that's all right. Because I don't think Canelo was really a pay-per-view star if you really want to look at it. I don't really think Canelo was really that big of a pay-per-view star. Yes, he sells pay-per-views because he has a country behind him. Mexico is behind him. So, yes, and then he linked up with you and he got some of your fans and he got his own fans. But that's a different dichotomy. Black traditionally black fighters, they don't really get that platform. They don't get that immediate platform. Now, Sugar Ray Leonard did get it because Sugar Ray Leonard, he did win the gold medal, and then Sugar Ray Leonard was a little bit button-up type guy. Errol Spence is that, but like I said, that was a different era. Back then when you won a gold medal, you were gold. You were gold to the TV networks. Now it's not the case anymore because, American boxing has fallen off. Shakur Stevenson a couple years ago did win silver, but before that, I believe what's the name won the last gold medal. I don't know why it slips my mind, but I'm gonna go back to it. But like I said, Errol Spence is betting on himself. He said he don't need a promoter. He got. I like the way that he did link up with Jerry Jones. He got Dallas. He got Texas. Now I'm gonna say this. I don't think your hometown can make you a mega star, but it can help catapult you to the national stage. So Errol Spence has to win the right fights. Now he got a chance to in the welterweight division. I believe whoever come out of that is going to be a star. Now he has a chance to be a star. All he has to do is win the right fights. Beat the winner of Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, beat Keith Thurman, and he beat Terrence Crawford. He could be a star. If any one of those mix of those guys come out of that welterweight division and happen to be the undisputed welterweight champion of the world, I believe those guys can be stars. So it's all about winning at the right time. It's all about the right moves. And you don't necessarily need a promoter nowadays for that because you can go out and promote yourself on social media. You got all this social media platform that you can promote yourself. What did the promoters do back in the day? They used to put up flyers all across town. They used to get on the radio and promote you, get on television shows and promote you. You could do all that stuff yourself. Look, Errol Spence was on the Breakfast Club. He was on Sway in the morning. He's everywhere. He was on ESPN. The man is everywhere. So he could promote himself, and he doesn't need a promoter taking some of his money. That's what I'm gonna say. But for De La Hoya to say that Errol Spence only making a couple $1 million, he don't know how much the man making. I don't know how much Errol Spence is making either. I'm not gonna speculate on how much a man is making. I'm not gonna go into Errol Spence's pockets and say what he's making, but I believe he's making decent money, and he can make more money. All he got to do is win the right fights. Boxing has always been having an adversary, having opponents to catapult you to that stardom. And Errol Spence it's in his hands. It's right there for him to be a pay-per-view star. So I disagree with De La Hoya on some of the points. I disagree that Errol Spence needs a promoter, especially now in nowadays climate. He doesn't need a promoter because he have all this social platform and you got the boxing community making all these videos. That's free promotion for a lot of these fighters. A lot of these fighters getting free promotion. So, but yeah, De La Hoya, Bob Arum did make you a star. Bob Arum made some stars in his career. But this is a new time, a new system, a new generation of social media, and you don't need a promoter. And Errol Spence, keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing on your own. You don't need a promoter. Be your own boss. Be your own man. Carve your own path. If it doesn't go right, you can say it didn't go right because of me. If it didn't go right because of somebody else, and then if you have success, you can say my success came because of me. Not no promoter getting mostly all my credit. But like I said, let me know what y'all think about this, man. About Errol Spence not saying that he don't need a promoter. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm out.